Hi, I'm Illeana Douglas, and you're watching Trailers from Hell. Human Desire is a 1954 noir melodrama directed by Fritz Lang. Glenn Ford stars as Jeff. He's a returning war vet from the Korean War. He gets a job working as a train engineer with his buddy Alec, played by Edgar Buchanan. He's also living in Alec's home, and his daughter Ellen, who's nursed a crush on him while he's gone, is hoping that now that he's back, they will get together. Yeah, not very likely with Gloria Grahame around. So, Gloria Grahame and Ford reunited here from The Big Heat, and they almost carry over their relationship from that film into this one. Grahame plays Vicky, who's married to this drunken slob played by who else? Broderick Crawford. It's like, hey, we need a drunken homicidal slob. Yeah, let's get Broderick Crawford. Graham's relationship with Crawford, man, I don't know if Gloria Grahame ever had a stable relationship on film. Vicky's life has not been easy. Case in point, the fact that she thought Broderick Crawford was once a suitable husband. Carl, of course, is a heap of trouble. He's the rail yard manager, and he gets fired from his job, so he asks Vicky to use her particular skills to go see his boss to get his job back, which she does. She comes back reeking of sex, and she has this wonderful weariness about men. Crawford starts kissing her, and she pushes him off and says, "Quit pawing me. I need a shower." So her reward for getting him back his job is that, of course, Carl flips out. He beats her up. He forces her to write his boss a letter suggesting that they meet later on the train, where Carl, of course, will cause more trouble for them. So in the middle of this hornet's nest comes Glenn Ford, who, because of human desire, gets involved with Vicky. Glenn Ford was so good at playing characters like Jeff in Human Desire that on the outside looked like regular Joes, but on the inside were churning and ready to explode. You see, the war screwed him up, and now he's dead inside. Therefore, he can't be in a normal relationship. He has to somehow degrade himself by being with Vicky. He's even willing to commit a crime for her. And he can't explain this to his buddy Carl, who's Mr. Family Man. And he certainly can't explain this to Carl's nice daughter, Ellen, who's invited him to the company dance. He wants to be with a woman who, much like Jeff, has been the victim of unspeakable things. They call Gloria Grahame the tart with the heart. But for me, she was so much more than that. Called upon in film after film to get punched or slapped or have coffee thrown in her face. And you have to wonder, watching her in Human Desire through today's lens, if that was ever difficult. Maybe like Vicky herself, she thought it was her fate. Fritz Lang said that his American films of the 1950s were all about fate, and he never thought of his characters as criminals. There were people, he said, who succumbed to social evils. So, climb aboard, and let's take a sordid train ride to Fritz Lang's Human Desire. Here you go. I discovered this film through Criterion's Columbia Noir series, which has some gems. This was Lang's next film after The Big Heat.
It isn't love, it's human desire.
The film was shot on location in Oklahoma. The DP was Burnett Guffey, who won Oscars for From Here to Eternity and also Bonnie and Clyde. It's grim and gritty, everything you want from a Fritz Lang movie. This is, of course, the man who made Metropolis and M, so there are great visuals. Also, the relentless sound of the trains adds terrific drama. There are lots of shots of trains going through tunnels, trains going off the tracks, but Glenn Ford just does not see these metaphors, and of course he begins a torrid love affair with Vicky. Man, that Glenn Ford, he looks so squeaky clean, and then he does things in films that always shock me. There is a scene, he starts kissing Vicky, Gloria Grahame, and he just puts his fingers in her hair and he just yanks it back. Like, finally, this is what I've been looking for all my life. They kind of find each other through their own depravity. There's another semi-erotic S&M scene where Vicky pulls down her blouse and shows Jeff marks on her body where Crawford manhandled her and whispers, if only we were luckier, if only something happened to him. I can't think of one film except for maybe Oklahoma where things turned out okay for old Gloria. I wonder, did she ever sit in her trailer and think, well, I'm just about to get the crap knocked out of me again? And I wonder what the aftermath was on her psyche of so much violence inflicted on her.